Consider the person who quietly vanishes from social media. There is no goodbye post or final story. One day they are active, and the next they have simply stopped participating in the digital feed. Society typically interprets this silence as a withdrawal, a sign that the person is overwhelmed, hiding from reality, or struggling with their mental health. However, meeting this person months later often reveals a different state of being. They frequently appear calmer, their focus seems sharper, and they engage with absolute presence. From a psychological perspective, this departure suggests that the individual has successfully transitioned their primary attention from the digital world back to the physical one. This silent exit marks a clear shift in how a person manages their attention and defines their identity in the modern world. Social media platforms are designed to train the brain to seek external validation, using likes and comments to trigger small, frequent bursts of dopamine. This chart tracks the impact of those hits over time. It illustrates hedonic adaptation, the process where the brain habituates to pleasure until that stimulus no longer provides a reward. For the digital ghost, the standard digital reward no longer registers. The platform's validation has lost its physiological impact. When this happens, a person must find a new source for their sense of worth. By shifting this focus from external notifications to internal standards, they demonstrate a key transition into emotional maturity. Their identity becomes internally regulated. They no longer require a handheld device to provide the metrics for their self-esteem. This shift also protects a resource called cognitive bandwidth. The human brain has a finite limit on the information it can process in a single day, and constant scrolling consumes this capacity. Platforms maximize this consumption through variable reward reinforcement. By delivering unpredictable updates, they keep the user's brain in a state of constant, high-energy surveillance. This constant monitoring of the feed reduces the brain's ability to focus, think creatively, or maintain a state of internal peace. Removing these apps functions as a deliberate act of neurological deprogramming, cutting off the source of this artificial stimulation. By exiting the digital reward loop, they aggressively reallocate their mental energy towards activities with long-term value, like learning, building, and deep reflection. Reclaiming this bandwidth allows the digital ghost to protect their limited cognitive resources from unnecessary exhaustion. This departure also represents a shift toward digital minimalism, a direct contrast to the cultural expectation of constant oversharing. It is rooted in the realization that maintaining a personal audience is a choice, not a requirement for a successful life. Those who ghost social media prioritize psychological safety. They find that keeping their experiences private reduces the pressure of external judgment and comparison. In a culture of constant exposure, choosing what to keep private allows a person to regain control over their own identity, creating a unique form of social autonomy. Disconnecting also triggers the incubation effect. This is the psychological state where the brain, freed from constant noise, begins to generate its own complex connections. Deeply original ideas typically surface only when the mind is allowed to enter a state of boredom or quiet. This transition allows a person to stop passively absorbing the world's information and start actively shaping their own reality. This detachment reflects a high degree of emotional intelligence and self-awareness, showing a preference for internal stability over digital engagement. They find that peace exists independently of visibility, and that silence often carries more weight than a digital update. To explore more about the psychology behind our modern habits, subscribe for more insights into the mind.